Hey guys, it's Saturday and I'm going to work on a little project that I've been working on for a while. I'm going to rewire this video game console, this handheld video game console I've been working on. Not really school related, just some fun thing that I've been working on for a while and thought maybe you'd want to see. So I might talk my way through it. I might not talk my way through it. We'll see. Okay, so this is it. This is it. This is a big mess of wires. I'm going to swap out this Arduino Nano. No, it's not Nano. It's a Arduino Micro for this Arduino Pro Micro. Yep, that's going to be the project. So basically a whole lot of wires, and the reason I'm doing this is that once I have all this set up and I know that it works and the pins work, then I'm going to draw a circuit board for this whole mess, or something like that. Okay, so let's start figuring this out. Okay. So I'm going to start unplugging a lot of these wires on this south side of it, like that. I'm just going to pull the whole guy out. Oh, there's a lot of pins. This Arduino Micro has like a ton of pins, my goodness. It's got just so many pins. Really interesting. Seems like it's the same, same amount. Easy does it. Easy does it. Maybe I should just, I doubt that any of these wires are going to line up, so I might as well just, there we go. Okay, so this is the Arduino, see if you can see it there. My focus button. This is the Arduino Micro, see? So we're going to swap this out with the Arduino. So this is the Arduino. This is the big one's the Arduino Micro, and the smaller one is the Arduino Pro Micro. So yeah, it definitely has a lot more slots. Like what? It seems like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Pro has 4 analog. And this guy's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 analog, so that's like one of the differences. So many differences. Okay, so we're gonna keep that over there for safety right now. Respond to my friend here. Okay. Yeah, I think that probably I'm just gonna have to like pull out all these wires over here because none of them are going to line up right. But I might as well, and then yeah, I might as well just pull all the wires. Okay, it's gonna be a mess, guys. It's gonna be a mess. Get all these out, pull them out. Okay, guess I'll leave all the components in, huh? Guess we'll leave the wires for the we'll leave the wires for the screen in place. Okay. Now I have this like switch here. I'm wondering if I want to yeah, okay, so these are all part of the screen. Cool. And we'll get all these wires out of the way. Okay, so all we got left is the components here and the wires that go to the screen. You'll be back. Okay. My friends are bugging me. Hold on. Okay, so let's see. Now we're going to put in let me get this out of the way. And focus again. There we go, much better, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in we are going to put in the Pro Micro. You know what would be useful is if the breadboards could connect this way. Guess they don't, huh? Do they snap this way? Oh, maybe if I take the sticky part off the bottom? Useful. Well, okay, whatever. We'll do this later. Okay. So I'm gonna put the Pro Micro into our slot here, like that. Okay. Let's start wiring up. Now I have here the I'll show you real quick. This is what I'm going to be referencing. These are my pins. So I actually did this last year. I made this chart, so I'm going to rely on it again. Hopefully, past me knew what he was doing. So, all right. Let me pull up the chat on my phone just in case someone joins us. Turn my volume down. There we go. Fandra. Who is this Fandra? Okay, so I can minimize this now because I can see what I'm doing over there. Okay, I got my pins. So the first thing we're going to wire up is the display. So first, ground goes to ground. Okay, well that's easy. We're going to use this blue wire. We're going to just put it. You know what? Let's get a smaller wire to do ground. Might as well wire this up a little more efficiently. Let me get my tiny wires. Let's see. Okay, got myself a tiny wire. And let's see. We can, is this long enough? Yeah, I'll just rotate it. So that goes in there, and this goes into there. Okay. Hopefully that does its job. If it doesn't do its job, then we'll replace it, right? Okay. Now the display VCC VDD goes to this VCC. Okay. Which is the next one over, which is this black guy. And it's going to go to the VCC. Yeah. I might need to add on to this list here of what to do with the power. So that'll be a good thing to add on. Okay, so the VCC goes to this VCC. Boop. Next one is the SCK. Now, interesting. It is, on here it is called SLC. Let's put that in parentheses. SLK. Oh no, SCL. Let me go look at one of my smaller. Yeah, so here is one of my smaller displays. And it is called SCK, but it's in the right order, so I assume it's the right one. So we'll make a note of that, just so that we can all live. You know, it's like you make these notes so that future you knows what's going on, right? Which is what I'm doing. And now this wire, which is, okay, so that one goes into there. This one is the brown one. And it is going to go into 15, port 15. Boop. Okay, and then next is this red wire, which is SDA, goes into 16, which is right there. Boop. And RES, I guess, you know, I really should learn what these things stand for. RES goes into 6, which is on this side. Boop. And then DC, I would assume DC stands for direct current. DC goes to 4. Now 4 has this other wire plugged in, so let's pull this guy out like so. Cool. And our DC was this white wire. It's going to go into 4, right, like so. And our last display is CS, which goes to ground. Another go to ground. So we can get another tiny wire. Get another tiny wire. Let me get another tiny wire. Or we can make one, you know. Huh. I seem to have misplaced my little box of tiny wires. Well, I guess I'll have to find those later. Where did my little box of tiny wires go? Some soldering supplies. I really need to like set up the rest of my studio here. Oh, I put it. Did I put it in here? I did. I put them in here. Look at that. So the problem was, guys, is that I'm so used to this place being a mess that when I put something away, and it was, to be fair, it was for the first time I put it away. I was like, I didn't know where it went. Okay. So let's this CS goes into the ground. Do I have any more tiny wires? This is the tiniest one I got. Oh, there's a little orange one. That'll be useful. Okay. Got myself a tiny, tiny wire. Another orange one here. Okay, so this is going to go from CS to ground. So 11, 12, right into that ground. Okay. Hopefully that works. Now let's ground this whole blue strip. Oh, look at that. I'm going to need like multiple grounds. So yeah, that obviously needs to go there. Let's just bridge that guy back there. Cool. Now let's bridge these two. Okay. And now let's ground our blue strips. So let's see. You know, I got a ground over here. I should. Yep, I do. There we go. Okay, so a little too small. We'll just bend it. Get in there, wire. Go in your home. There we go. Okay, so theoretically, we should have a display going on. Shall we test this? Should we test it? I think we should test it. Here we go. Look at that. Now, for some reason, this is like, it has done this before. It's like inverted. Let's try again. There we go. See, now no text this time. Isn't that weird? Let me try one more time. So sometimes it like... See that? It inverts. Now, I don't know if that is like a connection issue or... You know what I'm going to do? Let's try swapping this screen out for the bigger screen. So it's not supposed to look like that. It's not supposed to have the like... See how like the text has white behind it? That's not supposed to be that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to just unplug. I mean, I'm glad our wiring worked, so that's cool. We're just going to plug this. Now, you can see that this is 2, 4, 6, 7 pins, and this is also 7 pins. So they should just be perfectly aligned. All we have to do is just take this guy and plug it right into where it was. Okay, so now this should be an easy test to see what the deal is. Oh, you know what though? We're gonna have to push the new code because this is a new display. I mean, different driver. So let me just give me a second here. I'm going to fire up Arduino. And I'm going to turn off this chat where all my friends keep bugging me. Okay. All right, guys, let's go to Arduino. So here's the code that I wrote. I just need to change the driver here from the SSD 1309 to SSD 1306. Boop. Okay. Let's push that code. Says it's uploading. Let me go back. So it's stuck on uploading right here. Updates are available for my libraries. Come on. It is like, all right, let's unplug this. Yeah, and then let's do, plug it back in. And let's go to, yeah, the port is not, there it is. Okay. Okay. Let's try pushing it over one more time. There we go. Okay. So we still got this strange like text issue here. So let's see if it is a I'm going to swap this. Okay, so since we have the same text error, I'm going to unplug this, put it in my bigger screen, because that's the one we want to use. And I'm going to, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just test the grounds. I mean, maybe, is it just like... I definitely remember having this problem. Maybe I'll just Google like white background text. Is that my wish? Well, that is strange. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to let that be for now. And worry about it later. I don't understand why it would be a... I mean, it could be like a connection issue. get the current set text background color. Okay, let me just add this to my code. I'm gonna add a line of code here. Okay, so let me, Arduino. Okay, I'm gonna add this line of code. Warp speed. It just set text background. Okay. Art variables. Here we go, boot screen, set text cursor size. Okay, what if I just add this here? Set text backgrounds to black? Is that how it works? Black was not defined in the scope. Okay. How do we do it, boys? Oh, I need to do art boy. Did I do it right? Okay. Let's try again. So black was not declared. Okay, let me look up something else. More. Here we go. BG, the color background to be used. The values of black or white should be used. Okay. Oh, duh. Capitals. Push. Okay, so it didn't change. It didn't change. I'm just gonna leave this like that. I'm going to copy this line. And I'm going to put it one more time. Let's push this. An error has occurred. What? Well, now nothing. The text appears and then disappears. What is going on, boys? I think part of the problem is that I just I'm working with so little memory. Let's wipe this guy away. And then okay. There we go. See, now just randomly it worked. I don't know. I think it's just like a condition of the fact that I have such low memory. What I'm going to need to do is go through this app, and I thought I did such a good job of combining all of my just got to reduce the memory even more somehow. I really don't know how. It's been so long since I've looked at this code. So, okay, whatever. Let's go back to building this thing. Oh, actually, though, we're going to... we got this little tiny guy going on here. Let's just leave the little tiny guy. Because I think I have another tiny guy. And use the big screen for the finished product. And tiny guy for our smaller projects. Okay. All right, so excuse me. Let's go back to building this thing. So you can see kind of randomly now the text has the correct background on it. Whatever. Just kind of deal. Okay, so let's go back. Let me look at my pin wiring here. Okay, we did the display. Now the RGB LED, which is right here. And it looks like I got myself a resistor, and the resistor is what? The resistor was going into the ground. Well, that makes sense. Right? That makes sense. And I'm wondering, and then I probably grounded that wire like that. So I'm wondering, is this long enough is this resistor just long enough to be my ground? You go in there, and you go in here. So I'm just using the resistor as a wire. Just plugging it right into the ground. Oh, let me unplug this whole system right now so we're not going to accidentally short something. There we go. Let's see if anybody's watching us today. Nope, just me. Cool. Okay, so let's see if we can't just get this guy. We'll plug this into here, the closest one, and then we will plug this into quicker. Could probably use some needle nose pliers to make my my life a little easier. Plugging resistor, man, plugging resistors. Ugh. What a pain in the tushy. There we go. Just took a little bit of fingernail strength. Ram that in there. Just trying to like use as few wires as possible, you know? Okay, this time, however, unavoidable. Lots of wires happening. Okay, so we're going to have red, green, blue. Holy cow, I'm just going to guess here. I mean, like what? You know? Like, let me Google it. Multi-colored LED images. Oh, Arduino. Okay. Okay, so red, green, blue. And it doesn't think that they resist every single one. That's so bizarre. Okay, I got it right. So red, green, blue. All right, so should we use the right colors just to like help keep track? Red. And red goes into what pin? Red goes into 10. So let's plug you and goes into 10, which is back there. And then green goes into 11. Is there an 11? Guys, I'm not seeing an 11. How's that even possible? This is the right Arduino Pro standard wiring, 11. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 16, 14, 15. What? What? All right, let me look at the developer here. So red, RGB red, RGB blue, so standard wiring. Okay, so it said to do 11. I'm not seeing. Where did I get this from? Did I do something wrong? Let's see. RGB green. Okay, so it looks like all I did was I copied the top component. I didn't copy I didn't copy it right. I mean, I just copied it. I didn't like redo it. So I did it for the Pro Micro. I bet if we look at our version history here, it will show me C version history. Components. I just copied and pasted that whole thing. Yeah. But then I never actually changed anything. Okay. All right, so cool. That means that this is going to give us the opportunity to fix all of this for the future. So what's nice is that the first wiring is still the same. So let me look at Mr. Binky here, his suggestions. So yeah, for the LED, ground. Port 12. Oh wait, no, some of it is different. So let me look at that. CS says port 12, but this says ground. So you guys want to see what I'm doing here? Let's go to the Chrome. Here we go. This is the stuff I'm looking at here. Okay, so here it says this goes to 12, but this says it goes to ground. So if I did change it, that would be a difference. So CS goes to ground, which is correct. But then up here it says CS goes to 12. So I did change it a bit. But I guess I didn't get that much further. So let's just double check every pin as we go. So here we have red RGB goes 10 and this is 10. So we did that, right? Red goes to 10. Good. Now green, look at this. It just doesn't have green. It's like, no, you don't get green. Okay, so I guess under standard wiring, we just don't get the green. So what does that mean for the rest of this stuff? Like, we could do this alternative wiring and it goes into 3-port D0. What is that even on? Like 3? That might be like something on the board. Okay, well, do not know. Do not know. Okay, so we'll just skip green. We just don't get green because this is a standard wiring thing. I guess I could have used the Pro Micro. I could have just got the Pro Micro. See, the Pro Micro has everything. It's like, of course, it's got a billion pins for everything. So 3. But what does this plug 3? Nothing into 3? Okay. Okay. And what does that say? Port. Numbers before the port names are already assigned pin numbers. Right. So green. speaker button. All right, well, let's just give it a try here. We'll just do this standard wiring first and see just how it goes. Because it looks like if I wanted to do the alternative wiring, I could just load that code on here. The only thing that's going to change is the green and then the speaker pin 2. All right. So let's just do standard wiring for now. All right, blue LED goes into port 9. Okay. So blue, which is there. Oh, here you go, guys. Here you guys go. Here you guys go. All right. Goes into 9, which is down here. Boop. Okay. And okay, blue. Then the RX LEDs. I did not think I did this before. I don't think I did this. Besides, it says 17 port, 30 port. Like, what? That's not a thing. 30 port. Flash card support. Homemade expansion connection pin. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, what were we on here? We're just going to skip this RX LED and TX LED. We're going to go right down to button up, which should be all 3. Up, right, left, and down are all analog ports. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, just like the other things. So let's do that. So yeah, okay, so green is just not there. We'll do like not available. All right, we'll just type that in so we know next time. Boop. Boop. Okay. So green, and then LED ground goes to ground, and we did that. Okay. Let's plug it in and just see if this thing does a light up. Red. Well, it definitely it's got power, so we got red. That's interesting. I thought it should like rotate to blue. Look how the pixel, man. I mean, this thing, like, I don't know what the deal is with this. Maybe I should try loading another of my games on it. Yeah, let's just, I'm gonna just quickly install a different game on it because my seems to be pretty random. So let's just open up an example for Arduino 2. Let's do Breakout. There we go. And let's install this game. Everything seems the same. Okay, let's push this over. Definitely something weird going on. Let's just make sure we got all this working. Okay, man, it's like... Done uploading. Okay, cool. So let's check that power again. There it goes. That time it flashes blue. Okay, we're just going to work this game on here because we know that this game works. All right, back to let's close that down. Okay. So we saw that the blue worked, so that's good. All right, button up is, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. I got it right. Okay, so let's wire them up. So up goes to 0. So there is a ground. That's good. And this goes to, let's unplug. Okay. This wire needs to go to 0, which is now on the other side of the world. So we can pull this wire out. And you know what? If we move this down one, that will allow us to access the buttons a little bit better. So let's move that down. Okay, we need a ground, so you can just go back in your home. Come on. Oh, come on. These stupid wires. There we go. Okay, so grounded. Oh, you know what? Let's make it so we don't have to cross over. So you can go into this hole. Turn this around. You go in there. You get grounded. And then you go to 0, which is that one. Okay. Whatever. We'll leave it. Button right, which is this guy. Ground. We'll just use 2 wires. One to the ground. And then this one to 1. Okay. And then left button is this one to ground, and this button is to 2. Cool. And then finally, okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to just move all these back. So that way we have more room to push the buttons when we want to test the game. So back you go, guys. Back you go. All right, cool. Yeah, see, that leaves all this room to actually try playing. That's cool. And now this button needs to go to wait, so we got 0, 1, 2, 3. I already got something going to A3. What is this? Okay, wait, what? Okay, so this wire, which we really should rewire. I messed it up. Let's do this again, boys. That one can go into here. Stay grounded. And then this guy, which is up, goes to 0. Which is right there. Okay, so up. Right, which is, okay, so up is 0, right, which is ground, and goes to 1. Got these backwards. Okay, come on. 1. Then left, which is this one. Ground and 2. There we go. Now this 3 goes. This is going to be quite the thread. So we want this one to go into here. And then we're going to wrap the wire around here. I'm going to pull it through here. I'm going to push it through there. And it's going to snake all the way around. No, it's not. Too short. So let's swap it out with this one, which is much longer. Okay. There. Goes directly to man, this requires some dexterity. Come on. Yes, okay. You're getting unplugged. Got it. You know, I never even considered that I could have just plugged it in to like a further out pin hole. What? Come on. Get in there. There we go. Got it. Okay. Now, this one just goes to ground. Okay. Okay, now for the hard one, let's unplug that again. This goes into 3, and then this has to go snakes around into there. Oh, much better with the long wire. And now ground. Okay, I think we got those buttons done. let's plug it in and give it some juice. See if those buttons work. Oh, of course they don't, because I need to be able to press the fire button. So we won't be able to test till we wire up the next buttons. All right. Okie dokie, let's see. Next buttons. Button A, left, and button B, right. Is that how it works? Left and right? Button A, left, and button B, right. Doubt. I guess so. Let me double check on the guy's original. Yep, okay. Okay, button A, 7 and 8, 7 and 8, 7 and 8. Cool. All right, button left A. So both of these get grounded, which is easy to do. Let's ground them first. One ground. Two ground. Just move these over. Or should I move them over here? Okay. And button on the left and right. Okay, so let's do the right one first. Okay. And button on the right goes to 8. 8, which is way over here. Plug that guy in. Easy. And then 7 is right there. Cool. And I'm assuming this one goes to the next one. Okay. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. Now we got our buttons wired. Let's give it a try. We got press fire. Buttons seem to work. It's much easier to test now that, so this second test, and the first time I built this, it was just like, throw all the wires on. Now I'm like testing it so that I can have my fingers actually on the thing, you know? I kind of like the red and the blue swapped though, I don't know. Okay, anyways. Onward! So we have speaker, 5 through slide switch. Okay, so now the first time I built this speaker through this slide switch so that I could like have a mute, you know, like I can mute the speaker. Speaker plus, which is that side, goes through the slide switch to 5. And then speaker minus to 13. I bet that's wrong. I bet it goes to ground. Let's see. Yep. Bam. Ground. I'm a genius. Okay, so let's change that. Make sure we change that here. G and D. Okay. So, boys, let's get this wired up. Do we want to mute it through a slide switch? I mean, that could be pretty cool. I mean, I guess I could always soft code a mute switch in my game. Well, I have it here. We might as well just I'll think about it. Might as well wire it up. So the slide switch goes to these three in the middle. This one. I mean, right? And this one goes to 5. Way over here. Oh, let's unplug this. Unplug. I don't want any current going through here while we work on the wires. Goes to 5. There we go. Cool. Cool. And then we need 2 more wires. One to ground the speaker. Here's the speaker. It goes into that one. Just right there. Goes into the slide switch. Maybe that works. I don't know. And then I don't really remember how the slide switch works, and then we'll just ground the speaker. Okay. Okay, I think we did it. Let's plug all this in. Press fire. Okay, so I have no sound right now. Let's flip the switch. Try again. Still no sound. Okay, let's move this guy to here. Well, now let's try. Here we got sound. We got ugly sound. Try again. Okay, we got sound, and then if I flip this switch, no sound. Cool. Okay, so we did it. We did it. Now let's push my code over, my junky, heavy code. Game Boy game collection. Let's try pushing this over now. Boom. Okay, well, we got backwards text. Those Picto speakers are vicious. Cool. So except for the inverted text. Oh man. I mean, I don't know if that's just because of all the lack of memory this thing has. Low memory. Low. Let's see. Running out of memory. Okay, well, what if... Oh, let's try swapping the boot thing over here. Right? Bootloader. That might give us more. So starts with game. Let's try this one. See if that helps any. Still 07, and it's still backwards text. How weird. If I unplug this, plug it back in. Well, it flashed blue that time. That's cool. Starts with game. All right, let's try this one. Just a straight up error loading the sketch. Yeah, so I mean that works. Well, the text is inverted though. Let me just search for that. Boy, memory, inverted text. Okay. Okay, well, I think that I have achieved my goal for today, which was to replace the thing. Oh, there is one more thing we can do. And that is run this guy. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to run it off of battery power. So I got this cool battery thing. Let's unplug this. Let's do this. Let's okay. So this guy is a cool little battery program. Goes into these two slots here. Ground and 5 volt. Okay, well, let's see. So, I think what I do is these guys, so let's use, what colors are these? Okay, so we'll just use green as live. Just kind of remember that, guys, green as live. So we're gonna just plug these guys right into the board. Okay, hopefully that works. I mean, I want to be able to test this without soldering them, you know. And then where does this go? One of them goes into ground. And I think the other goes into the raw, I think. So let's try. This one into ground. And then this one into raw. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let me look at my power. So the last time I plugged in to, let's see, on the micro, I plugged into what? The VIN. You can connect the battery to the micro's VIN input. Yeah, that's cool. But let's see. Battery, power, Arduino Pro Micro. A Pro Micro without LSB. Here we go. Wire the raw pin of the Pro Micro to the plus of the battery charger would provide. Yes. Okay, so raw. Yeah, so it goes to raw. So green. Oh, I got them backwards. That would be why. Okay. And two. I mean, like sometimes. I hope it didn't hurt anything. Okay, let's try again. All right, here we go. Power using the battery module. There we go. Yeah, look at that. So this, and look how this time it's not inverted. I seem to remember that. Like the inversion only happens when I plug it in through USB. Cool. Power it off. Okay, so isn't that neat? This board is super cool. Let's add this on. So, all right, last thing I'll do for the day is I am going to make a note. Let's see, here we are. Okay, so we got the note here. We're going to, let's add a column below, a certain row below. We're going to say battery power in. Oh, battery power. So what is this board called here? What is this board called? Power Boost 500 charger. Power Boost 500 charger. From Adafruit. So Adafruit power booster or boost? Power Boost. One word. Power Boost 500. And this is what? It's 5 volt. 5 volt. This goes to raw. And then a row below that. And yep, Adafruit. This will be GND. Surprise, surprise, goes to ground. That is it, my friends. We've wired it up to run on a thing. Okay. Let me just take a look at this alternative wiring again. So what am I missing here? I'm missing the green. Green is like the only difference, right? So let's see. So alternative wiring. Okay, so here it's asking me to do the 1 TOX, and that is on the board, right? Let me see. Yeah, TX0, right? Yeah, TX0. Huh. Okay, so that's bizarre. And then what else? It gives me the green in port 3. Now, is there anything in port 3 right now? There's nothing in port 3. Like, why? Why can't that just happen? Why didn't they just give me port 3 in the standard wiring? And then speaker pin 2 goes to that. I don't have a cart. I don't have the OLD SA seal. So it's like literally this could have been so good if all they did was put the green. Yeah, okay, so pin wiring table. Not available when using Pro Micro with alternative wiring. Yeah, interesting. Well, what does this green really do? Let me go get my original Arduino and see if it matters. But I think I'm going to be done for the day. Okay, well, I'm going to sign off because the rest of this testing is just going to be kind of dry and me looking at a whole bunch of different things. So anyways, thanks for coming. And I mean, I had one person come in and say, hi, I'll be back. But if for some random reason you have watched this whole 10-hour thing I've just done, thank you for stopping by.